Yo, 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 Hammer fam, welcome back to HammeredHead. Today we got the Legacy Collection Imperial Engineer as seen in Star Wars Battlefront II. This guy's just like the Death Star gunner, but in the Battlefront games, obviously, he was the Engineer class. I always thought he was kind of a pain in the ass to play as, so I never really did. But he looks cool. He's got a really goofy helmet. This looks like it matches the image pretty well in there. BD-22. Architects of combat, Imperial engineers establish defenses and use various weapons and tools to destroy rebellion emplacements. They employ devastating det packs, remotely detonated explosives, to destroy heavy machinery and enemy positions. Sick. And here we get the left arm of 5D6 RA7. Pretty excited to put that on the dude. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't like this class, but I do like Battlefront, just like every other Star Wars fan out there. So let's open him up and celebrate that video game. Here we get him out of the box. I think he looks pretty decent. I like that the flight suit is very distinct from the armor. And now we got like a gray suit and then the black armor here. So I think already he looks pretty decent just from that. The helmet I think looks really good. We get some fine detailing on the paint apps up there, which is sweet. Mine has a little gunk on it. I think it's like leftover residue from rubber bands. It's such an old figure and it's been just like sitting in there with it for so long. But that can clean up, I'm sure. And other than that, the helmet looks cool. The rest of the figure is pretty decent. Not a whole lot of detailing on it. A few decals here and there. But overall, I think it's a decent appearance. Again, I like the color scheme on it. He holds the blaster pretty decently. And it's sort of a brighter silver than the sort of dark gray or black we normally get for these blasters, which is interesting. And then he's got a little holster. Blaster doesn't really fit in this way very well because of the power cell, but if you put it in backwards, it's actually a really snug fit there. So that's pretty good. And then, this is pretty fun, the helmet comes off. You don't get that super often for Imperial figures. So that's nice. I don't know whose face this is supposed to be. But if for some reason you wanted the engineer to take his helmet off, you could. Just have a generic dude under there. And then his armor also comes off. And then you can really just see the rest of his flight suit. Not a whole lot of detail under there. But you can see sort of the ends of his head covering. It's fun. I don't really think that was necessarily a feature we really needed, but we got it. And it's fun nonetheless. Articulation isn't bad, but it is dated. We get the ball joint on the head, which moves pretty decently, but it looks kind of bad because it's so big. And then decent range in the shoulders up here. Elbows are swivel, which is a little lame. Same with the wrists. Then swivel waist and hips. Knees go pretty short of 90 there. But they move decently. So yeah, definitely could be better on the articulation. Like most of the Legacy Collection, it's a product of its time. Yeah, but he moves alright. Not too bad. As promised, we get the Build-A-Droid part for 5D6 RA7. It's the left arm. Let's plug that in here. Ugh, look at that. We're halfway to a full droid now. That's pretty much it for the Imperial Engineer. I like this figure. I always thought these guys looked a little ludicrous in the movie. So it's nice to see that their action figure is equally ludicrous. I don't have the Saga Collection, one of these at hand to compare. I know there might have been a couple other versions of this character out there. But I think this one's pretty decent. You can get them pretty cheap. So if you need a Death Star room or you want to build out a Battlefront II army, I guess you could use these guys. I think it looks pretty decent. I just got to clean up that helmet a little bit. But other than that, I'm happy with this guy. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page. And don't forget, stay hammered.